So, when we last left off, you all had started to research and investigate the happenings of what happened to the entirety of the city, to Yoon and Auden. And in doing so, you managed to discover that Auden had stumbled upon something. He had simply taken the vocals of this, robotic AI voice that he found, but little did he know that it was actually connected to a sentient AI. While investigating his laptop, you found the shadowy fragments of the remnants of this AI, and upon addressing it to Panoptic, they said that it would be unwise for you to hold on to it, and that you needed to hand it out. Unable to release it so soon without understanding what they were going to do with it, and really understanding what happened to your friends, the Panoptic agent was unrelenting in their position, unwilling to give you information and unwilling to leave. So Freddy took off, running into the streets, leaving you all behind. But on the far side of town, we see a small bar, still getting cleaned up, and are you letting people back in at this point, Candle, or are you still trying to wait for things to calm down?
I kind of have to let people into the bar. I need to be able to break even at the absolute least. But, yeah, I'm letting people in, but I am keeping it to a, if people are gonna cause trouble, I kick them out before they can. It's
Gotcha.
the way it's always been. I let people in, and if something is about to start, I pick them up and I kick them out. It's just as simple as that.
Okay. And you basically just serve alcohol at your bar. It's not like a diner or anything where you serve like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? This is a local hangout zone.
Currently. Yeah, I don't really have a cook at the moment, so
Gotcha.
yeah, just alcohol.
Do you have anything like a pool or anything? I don't know. Or is it just a bar?
Well, it's just a bar.
Okay.
Like, you see, there would be a pool, but that requires technology.
Sorry, I mean like billiards, not like an actual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If that's the type of pool you
Pool
meant,
table.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, pool table. He has that.
Yeah. Do you have a hot tub and water slide for these drunk people?
Yeah, because vomit's actually really easy to clean out of.
Yes. No. That would be very bad. You do not want to get hot.
No, you really
Man,
don't.
I can't even, I get a massive headache and half a bottle of alcohol, and I've never been to a bar. I have no experience.
Oh my god. Can you imagine how many people would drown?
Damn.
So, you probably.
Sorry, dark turn.
Oh, I was gonna say you probably have like a digital billiards table, but like no, it'd probably be a real billiards table for sure.
Yeah, and it is in
Chalk and all.
excellent condition, like literally everything else.
Do you have darts? Do you have physical darts, like a dartboard?
Yes, I do.
How like how badly damaged is that wall with like all the thousands of holes?
It is very clear that it has had many, many patch jobs.
Oh, okay.
Like, he has definitely fixed that wall at least 20 times. And the wall is also already on its way to needing another repair.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
going to replace the wood with like cinder blocks or something, so you don't have to repair it.
No.
Oh, I assumed that it was like a sheetrock, that it's just got like a mud over it, that it keeps like building and growing, that it almost looks like a wall that's bulging. Would probably be
you
better.
gotta have something between like the rock or cinder block, otherwise it breaks the tips off the darts.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want those puppies sharp.
Anywho, you probably have a few regular customers coming in, visiting. It's quiet hours at the moment. Everyone's basically on edge. You can kind of get a feel for the city by like how people come in and visit, and even without anyone saying anything, you have your finger on the pulse of the city, and things are not doing good. Everyone is on edge. People are genuinely upset. Not that you have people coming in needing to drown their sorrows, but like everyone's quiet. It's kind of a tough situation. But as you're taking care of the bar, you have one of your assistants come over, and this is probably one of the longest employees that you've had working at this bar, because not for their length of service, but because they stood around the longest. Like, people come and go because they think that this is an easy job or makes a lot of money, but she has stayed around the longest. Probably, I'm not sure like how you necessarily want to define this, but you would probably be like the business owner, and then you would have her employed as the manager, basically. She just sort of comes on to the site and takes care of things in general. She does stock and make sure the other employees are doing what she needs to be. I don't know how deep you want me to get into like the specifics of her story. I guess I'll describe some of the basics of her, and then you can tell me if you've like gotten in deep with like her life outside of working here. Her name is Lorelei Hayden, and she's got this long silver hair that she kind of like keeps tied back, and she almost looks like a barista, but has like this 500-yard stare, just kind of blankly looking around. She never like puts on a face for people or puts on a show, which people appreciate, because they don't come here for lively people like, oh, how can I help you? None of that nonsense. She's just like, all right, what can I get you? Just very almost somber, but not like depressed, but she's like, she's mellow. I think that's the best way to describe her. She knows how to mix alcohol and whatnot. And basically, in general, she doesn't do. She doesn't get into any sort of trouble. She doesn't get riled up. She doesn't start arguments or anything. If anything, she kind of has the same disposition as you. As like, if anything gets too excited, she knows that she has to clean up the mess, and that's sort of her position. But yeah, if you want to ask any like information about her, like who she is and what she does or whatnot, and maybe we can make this a role or something if you want to do like getting to know her a little bit more or something. I don't know how close you two are necessarily. I think I'd leave that up to you.
Kendall has gotten close enough with her to... He has, like, tried to set her up with some of his kids before. I mean, one of them's gonna take over the business eventually. He may as well, like, make sure they have a good relationship with the staff and the people who may very well outlast him at his own restaurant.
Yeah, she's like in her generic like early 20s basically.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem to be interested in anything is the biggest thing that you notice about her first and foremost.
Yeah.
She keeps saying that like I'm only doing this job to get through college, but like she's been working here for maybe like 3 years now where she could have gotten, you know, an education at this point, like a master's degree or something, and she's like still working here.
Yeah.
I don't know, 3 or 5 years or something, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, did you want to... I'm trying to think of like what would be a good role for this. To like... Maybe just a human perception or conversation.
Right. So that's just like awareness.
It's empathy.
Okay. Which stat does empathy use?
Is empathy not its own stat?
Yes.
Well, wait, it is. Very
There's a
confused.
conversation thing.
No,
Yeah,
I yes.
Yeah, there's a conversation skill and a human perception skill. And they work off of empathy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, empathy is
Okay.
under body.
If you give me a second.
Okay. I don't know if you're
yeah.
using the sheet or
no,
the...
I'm sorry. I was just looking at. I just I hadn't looked at it in a hot minute. I have 5 empathy.
Okay. So roll the d10 and add 5.
Okay. Let me just gotta find a D10.
We have a dice
so-
rolling bot.
No, I have a little tray in front of me that I
Oh, okay.
use. I got a 13.
Okay. She doesn't really open up at all, and you kind of realize that that's sort of her whole character. She seems like she has like a very quiet life, and that's why she kind of likes working here, is that there's not a whole lot going on, and she likes it that way. You know what? I think with that, I'll give you that she's learning how to cook. And that's kind of her hobby / passion, which is pretty low, but for most people's standards, but that's what she's
No,
into right
wait. Let her cook. Let her cook.
now. All right, hush. She's learning how to make dumplings right now. Just because she thinks they're interesting.
At
Knowing
least
that
she isn't
he
becoming a
has,
drug kingpin.
Yeah.
He has definitely offered a couple of times to raise her pay if she does cook for the restaurant. Not for the restaurant, you know.
I'd like you to make a persuasion check.
Yeah.
Which is under social skills if you have it. Otherwise, I think that one is cool.
Yeah, okay. So I have a +5 there as well, technically.
Okay.
That's an 11.
She is not comfortable with cooking yet. No, absolutely not. Maybe in the
Yeah,
future
Grant-
when she learns more, but like...
Yeah, Candle does not at all push the issue. He like asked once. She said, "I don't think I'm ready," and he was like, "All right." He has not asked since.
Okay. I think that's good because I think if you had like asked again, she would start to treat her hobby as like work related and then not be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So that's very big of you. Although everything you do is big. But yeah, one of these
Breathes causes a tornado.
Expect one thing.
Like, I just imagine, like, you say that, and it's just Candle, like, oh yeah, he only breathes once a month, and every time he does, he causes a mild tornado to happen. I'm just joking, of course, but it's just, I don't know.
But yes, while you're sitting down and talking with another customer, she comes up to you and says, boss, there's a phone call for you.
Yeah, Candle looks at her for a second.
And
Like,
she turns, and you can just see, like, the phone off the hook resting on the counter.
He, you know, like, if it were any other person, if it were anyone else, if he hadn't had the last week that he just had, he would have just assumed it was a joke. But he walked over right away because it was her and because of the week that he just had, and he put it to his ear and said, "Hello?"
And when you lift up the receiver, you hear that same voice again that seems almost reminiscent somehow. Like, there's a strange hint of nostalgia, and yet you do not recognize this voice. Nor do you feel like you should recognize this voice. And yet, they feel like a normal person that you would just have at your bar. They feel like a regular. That you have that sort of, like, understanding. There is that tone in their voice where they are just another person to you.
Yep.
And they speak and say, what the? Hello, Candle. And how are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Been a few days since your last call. Sorry for not taking your warning as seriously as I should have.
I'm sorry to hear about your friend.
We're looking into getting him back on the right street. How are you doing?
I wouldn't worry about looking too hard. I don't think you'll be able to find him.
Maybe, but I have other people. Is there a reason for your call today?
Yes. Unfortunately, this is not another pleasantry visit. There is something else going on. I'm sure you've heard about the break-ins at the warehouses.
Yeah, of course.
There has been many reports about usual break-ins and things being stolen. But I think you should be looking not for what they've been removed, but for something that's been left behind.
Evidence. Understood.
Also, your Netrunner friend has made a very brave move, and he may be on the run for a while now. I can't help you with that, but he knows someone that does.
I appreciate the call.
I wish I could help more.
You've helped plenty.
And
No
then you
reason
hear
to
a
get
click.
yourself important. Yep. Hearing the click, he takes the phone from his ear, sets it down back on the receiver, and looks around the bar for a second.
Lorelai's staring right at you.
Locks eyes with her for a second and says, "How do you feel about working overtime?"
I've got nowhere to be.
Alright. Fortunately, I do have somewhere to be. Just make sure the bar is closed at the right time. I trust you.
She glances around. I don't know with this afternoon rush if I'll be able to make it, but I'll manage.
If you have the need to to stop people from entering, I give you full right to do it. We've already broke even today.
She just gives you a nod.
Candle will proceed to he walks out of the watering hole. And I guess he's gonna go to the doctor's office.
Okay. Yeah, you hop in your car and drive over there. In that time, what has Dr. Kaizo and Bell been doing?
I don't know, experimentation, perhaps? Or at the very least, garnering as much information as possible.
Hold on, I'm looking at messages that Mayday has sent me. They want to investigate the factory.
I'd suggest joining Candle for that, if you'd
Okay.
like, Mayday.
Yeah, if you want to, Mayday, if you want to say that you were at the bar and you like hop in his truck as you're heading over there or something.
That works perfect for me.
Okay. I will
I was
say that
thinking so hard about it.
I will give you the generic laydown of what happened at the factory, just because there has been some investigators and basically live reportings going on. The warehouse was working as normal. Yoon, broke in there. You guys tracked her in there. Yoon escaped. The forklifts went haywire. Or actually, you know that they got hijacked by someone that was not Yoon, but was someone using the HARP network to hack into them, which I guess you guys would know that only employees can do. So either it's someone in HARP that is sabotaging the HARP Corporation, or something else. They're like using that entryway. Other than that, basically what happens is they've gone in, they've cleaned up, a lot of the stuff was destroyed, and they had to fix up the warehouse, and it's repaired now, and it's back to full functioning operation at this point. And that's basically all there was to it. Nobody invested you guys. Nobody knew that you guys were in there. They just knew that someone broke in, turned off all the cameras, and then caused a mess. But yeah, you guys can all meet up over at Doctor's Hotel. What's the name? I always forget the name of your business.
Leave.
Live life. Live live. They're both spelled the same.
Live, live, love.
Yeah, that. Whole bunch of love.
Live leak.
Triple L.
Hey, if you're leaking, there's a different issue.
Live, laugh, love. Your hospital's called Giving an L.
Fucking hell. Okay, but
Because you
actually, I
give
like
people life. All right. Anywho,
that. No. That's clever. That's clever.
you all meet up at the hospital. I'm just gonna keep calling it hospital to nail something
That's
down.
fine. The Live Corporation.
Sure.
Live life.
That's your gang of constituents that work at your
Live
hospital.
links. Oh wait, no, that's something else.
Yes, you all
That's
meet
our
up.
after dark care.
We'll say that this happens like Doctor you're just watching the panoptic officer walk away as Candle's car drives up. And I think the panoptic agent just kind of like stops and looks at you and gives you a nod, Candle, as you get out of the car, and they just keep walking.
He really gets on my nerves.
Wait, I'm sorry. Who did you say it was?
It was a lesser panoptic agent, not one of the private investigator ones, the ones with the TV screens. This was just a camera-headed one.
Okay.
No, we got the Pixar jumping on the eye guy.
Basically.
Yeah. Candle doesn't really like nod back or anything. He just like acknowledges that the guy is there and then keeps going.
Okay.
Yes, you exist. Goodbye.
Basically, yeah. What do you say to each other?
Like what does he say to me, or what does Mayday say? Wait, who?
You're all in the room together. Talk to each other.
I am stupid, okay?
Okay.
Same.
I have described the scene. Now begin your roleplay.
Candle. Hi.
Hello. You guys remember
So who's trying to
the-
record a you laugh you lose with me?
I don't think I can focus on funny videos right now.
Doc
just
Henry
first of
usually
all-
shoots up.
Why would I ever be a candidate for that? I don't laugh.
Not even at others'
Big
pain
man.
and misery.
No, why would I
Oh,
laugh?
that
at
one
Even
always
bigger
that-
memes.
Why would I laugh at something like that?
That one always gets me.
Is it
No.
fun to watch it?
Does Candle laugh at something stupid like
Yeah.
He will laugh at one thing only. Only
monkeys
one-
falling? He laughs at monkeys
No.
He
falling.
laughs at the mustard hot dog video.
No.
He laughs at cat memes.
No.
You thought about it though.
Is
I
it
just
something
feel
like
like
puns
where
or
someone probably died.
Nah, he doesn't laugh at puns.
dark humor?
No.
What is it? Keeping this in the
Hey,
dark.
Well,
Oh, wait.
I'll tell you when I come
Is
up
it
with something.
racist memes? Oh.
No. I'll tell you when I come up with something. Fuck's sake.
Okay.
I didn't know if he was like that kind of old person. You know how some
No.
people like racist memes.
God, no.
He likes really unfunny 10 years old dick jokes.
No.
He has grandpa humor. Wait, no, that makes sense.
A man walks into a bar and says, "Ow."
He likes bar jokes.
Oh my, actually, yeah, that would be
Oh,
funny.
God.
The only thing the only thing he laughs at is any joke that has to do with the fucking bar.
As soon as someone says blank walks into a bar, you can see his lips quivering.
Like every time, like he has one tell that he's about to laugh, and it's just he always puts his hand right over his mouth whenever somebody starts with a bar joke.
You never see him smile. That's just like the thing. You can't see him
No.
smile.
Well, he barely smiles.
I imagine his laugh is legitimately just, like, everybody assumes it'll be this hearty chuckle, and it's always just ha. It's just one ha.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like the
Oh, I can see that too.
Does it remind me of regular show? Anyway.
What is this touch detective music playing right now?
I don't know, man.
Are you not the one that put it on?
Yes, I just don't. I have a few tracks labeled as generic ambiance, and this one's like, why are we playing a DS game right now?
I mean, for real though, this is DS game. This is DS Lite.
Feels like Professor Layton. No, it feels like Phoenix Wright or something. Anyways. Do you fill in Candle upon the
Because
situation?
we're doing a socializing mini game.
Everyone press their
I mean, they
space
got
bars
you
in
there.
time with the music.
Damn.
I'm gonna fail. I don't have a space bar.
Everyone bang their head on their desk in time with the music.
I don't have a desk right now.
I'm sorry, I would break my desk if I
My
did that.
conversation is so high I'm winning no matter what.
Yeah.
Same. I'm doing that.
In the
Anywho. I don't know. I've given you guys some leads and some information to talk about.
So, anyways.
Candle, like, puts a hand up for a second.
How about that
looks
weather?
at them and says, "You guys remember the night where this all began? Yes."
No.
Doctor shakes his head and goes, no.
The pulse which caused.
thing that all of us out except for Candle and Doc.
Doctor has
Yes.
no idea what's happening.
You may remember that all started with a phone call. Not a phone that's not
Wait, what?
connected to anything. I got another call from him. And because of this, I have a bit of a lead.
Oh. Care to share? I'm all for the dramatic pause, but you've got us hanging on by a thread.
He slowly takes a breath in.
Man, we need to
Says,
catch this phone guy before he starts a
"I'm
pizza
getting
franchise.
You're my favorite pizza place.
No,
Don't
stop,
make that
stop.
Josh joke. Don't fucking hey Domino's. You're my favorite pizza
Stop,
place.
stop,
You're
stop,
my
stop.
favorite deputy.
You're my favorite pizza place.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my
Hey,
favorite pizza place in the entire something. I can't remember what it was called.
Hey Taco Bell. I'm naked.
Oh,
fuck's sake.
God.
So
Alright,
what's your
but-
lead, Candle?
What?
Hey,
Yeah, okay, I was
you're burying
working
the
on
lead
that.
here. Literally.
I was told that we might be able to get some information from the recent warehouse issues, and
Is
also
that like a
that our
house
friend.
werewolf?
I can kill you so easily, but I won't.
500 ways to die.
self-control.
Choose one.
I choose the thumb.
I
I
killed a
mean-
man with this. Go ahead and take an egg point for that one.
Thank you.
So Candle takes a moment and just a warehouse, one of the ones that was broken into recently. I was told there's a
Oh.
likely chance that someone left something incriminating behind.
Oh, what if thought they would
And I've
have over that entire place.
I've also been told of one other thing.
Oh?
One of our YouTubers, Freddy, he might have gotten into some trouble with Panoptic.
Yeah. You just missed
Yeah.
it.
It happened like 5 minutes ago.
This is why Twitch is better.
Oof.
Using those old platforms, it's all about PvP now.
I thought it was kick.
Hey! Whoa.
No, pump versus pump.
Oh, okay. Sorry, the doctor's mind was anywhere else. Most of it not pleasant.
Anyway, but yeah, Candle,
moving
we
on.
discovered that Auden had somehow found an artificial intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and it's inside Freddy's head now.
I
Because
mean,
the
on the
guinea pig-
bright side, though, now he actually has intelligence. No? Okay, I'll see myself out.
I would like to say that Candle, like, you
That's
see
true.
his
Content
fucking-
creators don't have any.
I'd like to say that you see Candle's fucking right arm twitch slightly, and he just grabs his wrist with his left hand, as if like visually trying to stop himself. Maybe that AI can help us find Auden.
She didn't really seem to remember a lot,
Or at the very least, recommend a really good restaurant.
Yeah, it's getting a lot. It's getting very clear that it's
That's
getting
it, Candle,
much
get
harder
him.
for him to. It's getting a lot harder for Candle to not just fucking punch this dude.
Yeah, guys are just looking at you a little bit mad too after all we went through to protect Ruby.
I need a medico. Wait, I'm the medic.
Tom kind of just shrugs.
Yeah,
He
Candle
goes-
looks at him and says, "I really hope that you can do surgery on yourself."
Doc holds up a finger and goes, "You know, actually, I can."
Good. Fucking punch him. Just set a hand on his skull gently.
Oh god.
Let him feel the weight of his sins. Anyway.
Hope you
Should I
can
start reading your
swim
wheel,
then.
doctor?
Sorry,
What
I
happens when what happens when Candle sets his hand down on on the doctor's head gently?
sorry, jokes are my coping mechanism. I'm incredibly stressed right now.
But what happens? Does his head dent like the table?
Oh god. I hope not. This is the only head I have right now.
You
Well-
seem mechanical from the waist down.
Why is Splatoon music playing?
Damn.
Oof. Pain. That is all I'm feeling right now, is pain.
Either way, Freddy, he kind of just booked it, and we don't really know how to track him down.
Wait. Which thing are we tracking down? Is it Freddy?
Yeah, he ran.
Well, right. I mean, we could just activate his
He was the
locator?
net runner.
I thought we wanted him to do that.
I thought we wanted him to run. That's why I haven't activated his locator yet.
Well, that's why
don't have a
I
locator
guess
chip
that's
for
why
him.
he installed the Netrunner. Fair enough.
Do we not? I thought I installed all this while you guys are sleeping.
OMG, the Netrunner is running. Who could have seen that coming?
Usually they run in the net.
Well, I mean, hey, if somebody finds a net, we can hand it to him.
Doctor turns to Bell.
Doctor Sparrow.
Did you install
The
the
net
tracking
was
beacon?
busy.
Basically, yeah.
Can
I
I
mean,
try
I
to
get-
open
Oh, shit.
his live stream on my external agent?
Freddy isn't live streaming.
I thought all these YouTubers would live stream all the time.
Well, I guess we'll see when he comes back. We'll
I am always streaming.
he is streaming right now.
He actually had the wherewithal to turn the.
You
turn
pull
that
up his
off for the
webpage and you may or may not receive information.
moment.
You
We just die.
you click on the webpage and it's just pink and black texture boxes that's just like this content hasn't been released yet.
It's permanently loading.
Download next session to get this content.
Pay $5 for next session.
Yeah, basically.
Hey
Panoptic
guys,
is-
today I'm hiding from the cops as Arai is coming to take over me. Let's see how long I last.
Yeah, Freddy's
It's
running
like,
down the street. He's like, he turns to Ruben. He's like, they fixed it. They told me they fixed it.
No, you know what? I think would be funny. It's just like pay $10,000 to see the next video early, and then just legitimately just like Panoptic's like, well, we need to find him, and they pay the $10,000, and it's just him sitting in a room and going like, wow, I can't believe you were stupid enough to fall for that. Thanks for the $10,000. Right, and the video ends.
Or just like a 5-second
Honestly-
video with a picture that says get scammed and ends.
You know what? If someone
Yeah.
does pay me $10, I will decide what happens to Freddy.
Damn. Somebody just fucking pays him an actual $10,000.
Yes, this campaign is pay to win now.
Oh god.
Freddy's life is in our hands.
I don't have $10. Okay.
I'll pay you
I'm
$10
poor.
when I hopefully get a job at GameStop in the near future.
Can
Hey,
I pay you in
think you
eddies?
can get me a job?
Can I pay you with a gentle handshake from Candle?
Oh god, that handshake is not gonna be gentle.
A firm handshake from
It
Candle
will only
kills
crack
a man.
one bone.
You can pay me by not giving me a
The
handshake.
hand
I just imagine Candle's like, I have 2 handshakes. One is a gentle handshake. It only breaks one of your arms. If he gives you a firm handshake, your entire skeleton turns into fucking sand.
Yeah. No, that checks out.
It becomes a fine powder. It's not even like it's not even just like a single part of your body. Your entire skeleton. You're just dead. You are just gone.
When he shook her hand after hiring her, he had to pay for her hospital bills.
He doesn't shake people's hands when he hires them.
Come on now. Who do
When he
you
high
feel?
fives people, it just delimbs them.
It's like when he was younger and had reached the pinnacle of his strength, he's like, "Give me a high five," and then just the high five, and the dude's entire arm is gone. It's just like,
What it was is that one time when Kanda was really young, someone said, high five down low, too slow, and then Kanda was never slow again.
Oh god.
high five.
He's like,
Down
I
low.
will never be slow again.
It's like whenever somebody does like high five down low, he's like normal high five down low with the fucking speed of a meteor. the speed and power of a fucking meteor.
Well, you just destroy their hands, so there's not even opportunity for the Tulo. They're just like, high five!
Just literally raise his hand, high five, like not even finished with the thing. It's just high five. His hand is already firmly planted against yours, and you feel the sonic on contact. God,
I love
have
the
to
progress
wonder
that we're
what the
making
fuck
right
was, I'm sorry.
That is Candle's 9/11.
Oh,
Okay.
I got dark.
You know, something that I do need to wonder is, like, with all of this lore for Candle, what the fuck was his wife like?
She was like,
She was
She
a
seemed
handsome
frail
woman.
and dainty, but was actually,
His
like,
wife
about
beat
as
him in a
strong as
fight.
Candle. That's why they got married, yeah. His
And
wife
then he
beat
did the
him in a fight.
Batman face.
Put
She was
Batman.
a handsome woman. A very handsome woman.
Candle got beaten in a fight by his wife.
Mike
and that's why they got
Wazowski.
married. No.
Oh god.
Why'd everyone stop talking?
I don't know.
His
Other
wife
things to
beat
say.
him in a fight, picked him up, and said, "You're mine now."
That was before. That was before Candle became even stronger.
His wife picked him up and said, "You will perform Snoop Snoop."
It's the fucking. It's the Baki Hanma training, where it's just. I don't know if anybody's taught and understands what I'm talking about.
Did you appreciate that one, Sparrow? I heard
His
that.
wife gave him a Zenkai boost.
Now Sparrow's there. Candle got stronger because his wife beat the shit out of him.
You know, actually, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Anyway.
If he is ever too weak, he has his wife beat the absolute shit out of him.
Well, his
Yeah.
wife passed away.
Aw.
Yeah. He's in his 80s. He's...
Right, but why she gotta die?
I mean,
Too strong.
yeah,
Yeah,
she would have been too strong.
The
with
world would have
hands.
suffered.
She pulls the Baki the Grappler shit where Yujiro Hanma punches the ground and stops an earthquake. Like, that's her level of strength.
When they
have
did it, the
no idea
tectonic
what that
plates
means.
moved around.
Wait, what?
The conception of your children caused the apocalypse.
Well, no, they had children. In fact,
I
a
know.
decent amount of those children are alive. One day, one of them is going to come by, and that's going to be an encounter where Candle fights one of his children for ownership of the bar.
Well, Timmy, you think you can take ownership yet?
Candle is just waiting for the day where all
Candle's
of his kids
backy
decide...
knock starts.
Candle's waiting for the day where all of his kids finally join together and decide that they're going to jump him together. Because then it'll finally be an even fight.
Oh god.
Candle's stand becomes his fucking. Candle just gains a stand in the middle of the fight, and it's his wife. Yeah, we should stop. We're going very far off
Yeah.
the rails on a crazy train.
He watched Baki once and based his life off it.
And not inaccurate,
We're
frankly.
building we're building entirely too much lore for him right now. Anyway,
I mean, if you just want me to make
So-
something happen, I'll make something happen. But
what
Anyway, warehouse, right?
yes.
Roadhouse.
what so we're investigating a warehouse then? Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
If that's
Okay.
what you want to do.
Yeah, let's
You
go
know,
investigate. the roadhouse.
When you say that, it makes us question everything, and I don't appreciate that.
No.
Sarah.
It doesn't make it. No, it only makes you question shit because you're indecisive. We're going to the warehouse.
Thank you for being decisive. I cannot be that.
Welcome.
Okay. What?
Candle literally just looks at everyone.
Already
Goes, I'm
Scooby
going
Gang,
to the
let's
warehouse.
split up.
You can join me if you want. If you don't want to, you know where to find me.
We're going to
And,
Denny's,
huh?
and that's final.
We're going to Denny's. That's final. You know how I feel about Denny's. You know how I feel about Denny's. Yeah. Anyway,
How
Okay.
do you feel about Denny's?
pretty good. I mean, the last time I went, unfortunately, they.
You make your way
They
over
serve
to the warehouse district by the docks, and you can see that. I'm just gonna move us right along. I'm sorry. I'm not
it's-
trying to be
it's-
rude,
it's
but
probably
like-
for the best.
No,
It's for the best.
Okay.
It's for the best.
There are plenty of warehouses. Most of these warehouses are automated and vacant. Usually people don't visit these. Is there any ones in particular you wanting to investigate? Do you want to go back to the scene of the crime, the one that you guys were at? Do you want to investigate some other ones? Do you want to go to Harp Corporation? Do you want to talk to any of the other investigators? What do you guys want to do? I'll say
suppose
that right
it's
now
true,
you're
they
just
did
sort of
make-
at the waterfront.
They did have their own investigators, didn't they? So-
Yes. Harp sent out a private investigator that you guys have not gotten in touch with yet.
Well, it was the private. No, the private investigator would not have been the Canoptic agent.
They were not. They were a human. They were an investigator
like
that
to,
you guys would know.
Yeah, I'd go and talk
So
to
the agent
uh,
isn't human. Interesting.
Canoptic agents are slightly more than human.
It's not that they're necessarily inhuman, but it's. I know what you guys.
They're
mean.
human plus.
Yes, they're big size. They're party-sized humans. Anyways, the private investigator hired by Harp Corporation was a Derek Humanman. He is.
His name is Derek Human.
Yes, because he is. He has
Or
Chinese
is he a
heritage. So
derelict?
this is his American name. His real name is Yan, but he goes by Derek.
Hey guys, I gotta go. I gotta go. Just,
Oh. okay.
Wow.
sorry.
And
We
this is
talked
why
for
we don't
20
talk about
minutes and this-
Twinkies for 2 hours. 'cause-
Wait, Twinkies? Who brought up Twinkies? I'm going for a
We
Yeah, we
built
were-
too much candle lore.
Yeah.
We really did.
Unfortunately, you guys overloaded my time by spending too much time on my character, and thus the
Yeah,
actual.
no, it was all our fault. Our bad.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No one else's fault could it have ever been. It just us.
No, it was my fault too. I'm included in us.
Your free trial of Candle has expired. You must continue the rest of the
We
session
now have
without
to
him.
pay. Yeah.
Yep. Sorry. I'll actually tell people next time that I have D&D. So that I
Well,
don't
should we just end the
fucking
session
have-
here? Because I feel like we're just spinning in circles.
I mean,
Maybe we should just come back next session and I'll
honestly-
have an actual directive for you guys.
so, well, the thing is, Freddy has a big part to play, and with
We're missing
not-
too many people too.
Yeah.
We're only missing one person.
without Freddy here, the story is kind of at a pause.
The thing that Freddy wanted to do was
That's one too many.
he turned off all of his cyberware and everything to try and not get tracked, and he was going to go to a friend's house to hide out for a few days. How he would
But I'm a
then
great friend.
what?
I'm a great friend to be a hideout accomplice.
He needs someone that's a AI specialist, which you are not.
Oh.
Also, having someone that is right next to him with a eyeball that has a camera that Panoptic can just turn on whenever they want to.
Hey, I'm not a
Gotta get out of the
streamer.
place. No, I'm talking about me.
Oh.
I was there, so him going around and hiding, put in a work.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Hey, but I'll catch you guys later.
Alrighty.
I am sorry that
Okay.
I'm kind of the reason that we're cutting short if we are.
It's
See ya.
okay. He's not your fault.
Is there anything that anyone does
Bye
want
bye.
to do? Like Mayday, do you want to investigate the warehouse or the gang or anything?
I was hoping to investigate the warehouse.
Okay. What do you guys want to do? You just like go up to the warehouse? It's got its cameras on. It's like the middle of the day, like right now. I mean, time is pretty much amorphous anyways. Like you guys can rest whenever.
Is it currently empty?
I mean,
love that good old amorphous blob time.
as usual, there aren't any people manning it. It's automated and everything, so the cameras are going.
Oh, I suppose it would be automated. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, so it's back and running already?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair,
We're living.
whatever some of us who shall not be named at the moment would have done is not enough to knock a business out of whack for very long.
Yeah. This is like a minor inconvenience. This is like as difficult as like tagging up the side of
Fair
somebody's
enough,
building.
still surprising though.
If anything, we might have forced some innocent civilians to be pressured into overtime, but that's pretty much probably all that would have happened.
Basically.
We made some minnows work harder. Oops.
Since Kaizo is not good at like the physical down and dirty, like looking around investigation, he's probably gonna like shoot a message to
I feel like
A
there isn't
million.
much reason to investigate the warehouse since they fixed it up already.
That could be true. Then again, maybe the systems might have information. I don't know.
Phone call did say that. What was it? Like something got left behind? Was that what it was?
The phone call was stating that with the previous what's the term?
People
No. Pattern.
interaction.
The pattern of break-ins so far has been people usually stealthily breaking in and stealing something. This was a significant mess. So this does not seem to be
Messy.
part of the pattern, but again, seemingly done at the same location of the patterns to try and blend in and make it seem like it's not its own thing. And people just accept it as part of the break-ins that are happening. The other bit of information that the voice said is that the people that have been breaking in and stealing stuff are different than what happened last night. So instead of, the harp is making sure that nothing was stolen, but they probably weren't checking to make sure that something else wasn't put in. They were checking their books and making sure that everything was still there and keeping it stocked up, but they weren't checking to make sure that there was extra, or something else. Someone might have snuck in a pallet or something.
They pulled a Breaking Bad.
Oh my god. A Breaking
I don't know what that
Bad.
means.
What's Breaking Bad?
What does pulling a Breaking Bad
It's a good
mean?
show, but I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Walter White.
Yeah, that's about all I know from the show. Walter White.
Walter.
We need to cook, Jesse.
I have heard that term, yes.
I feel like we should investigate the skaters since they were there after the incident.
That's... The skaters might have found something. That's a fair possibility.
And unfortunately, our best man with the skaters has to hide right now because he's got an AI in his head.
I mean, not necessarily.
I
we
can
could-
use blackmail.
Probably easily.
Well,
Well, we could also just
Sparrow,
likely talk ourselves in.
Yeah?
Sparrow, do I happen to know anybody? I mean, I'm now a fixer, so that includes local
Oh.
gang.
Make
that
a
I am
street
now level one in
cred
media.
check. What is that?
Uh,
Streetwise.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Can I make a perception to see
What
if
is
there's like
perception?
anything about like the cargo or something at the end of like the product line? Actually, I didn't know following the
see.
product line something that doesn't fit.
You
Run. Can you maybe like check the manifest? I don't know.
say that again, Bell. You want to look at something?
I want to look at the product line and see if there is anything that doesn't seem to fit.
What do you mean the bottom line?
Product line.
Product line, yeah. Run the inventory against the.
I'm like walking like through treadmills and robots to see what they are doing and check to see if there is anything that doesn't seem like normal.
Okay,
something
so
that
you
looks
guys were
different.
currently standing outside of the warehouse. Are you breaking back in again?
I think
Oh.
that was kind of the idea too.
Okay. So is someone gonna
Maybe.
hack in and turn off the cameras
I
again or
mean-
something? Or
If somebody can
I'll
turn
try
off the
it out.
cameras, I might be able to pick the lock.
I think I'm decent level.
There's lock.
I like how we've got like 5 different things going on right now.
Most definitely. Also, streetwise, I got 15. Oh wait, no.
I'll say that with a
I need to
15,
roll
yeah.
again.
One missing
Hold
net
on,
runner
wait,
and
no,
everything
sorry.
goes wrong.
I rolled a 10, so I needed to roll again and add to it.
Okay.
10 again.
Oh my goodness,
and
roll again.
6. So 10, 10, 6, and 5, 31. Wow. Okay.
There are many skaters that injure themselves on the streets and come in and know you personally, and you could easily get in contact with some people and get them to come over and be like, oh, heck yeah, I'll tell you about last night.
Sweet. Well, I know people if we want to go down that route.
Also, Baron,
Yes.
I wanted to like try to like get connections, but like send a message to Amelia and ask if she was willing to let me know of a small time source in this area.
Okay. I mean, she could sort of give you some more of the information that she's got at the moment. Sorry, there's so many different things going on right now. So
Should we
you
all
guys
split
aren't
up or
breaking
go
into the
together?
building.
We can if we want. I can help. I'm good with a lot.
Well, I mean, if you're going to talk to the private investigators that have already gotten the manifest and whatnot, you don't need to break into the building.
I think
Well, don't we
Sparrow's
still
mind
need-
would break if we split.
We know this Hart guy has been investigated. Has anyone heard his name
Derek.
in character?
Yes, he was on the news.
Okay.
You guys would easily know that he's a private investigator. He's one of the few people that doesn't just like sit in an office and do a bunch of like paperwork research. He actually like physically goes out. He's like a gumshoe.
I don't know what that means.
He means like he actually physically gets out there and like gets down and dirty. He gets gum on his shoe by getting into the dirty areas and actually investigating stuff.
You and your terminology.
He's like Dick Tracy.
It's
Oh.
Okay.
instead of breaking in, should we try to talk to the guy who's already like done some digging?
Yeah, he
Whatever
was
we might be
specifically
looking
hired
for.
by Hart, the corporation that owns this warehouse. He would absolutely have the paperwork that you guys are looking for.
Yeah, I was just like suggesting breaking in
That's what I'm
because
saying,
we're
it-
already here.
Well, maybe the
should
place that
still
you're
have-
already here is his office.
Okay.
You're standing outside his office. I'm gonna change the music from heist music to office music. Goodness
music,
gracious.
I love the idea that we're like standing in the front of warehouse discussing, and we just like the background just like shifts quickly,
Height
and we're
9
standing
to
in front of
5
his door.
music.
Yeah, your vision
Those
glitches
black
and
and
suddenly you're
white.
standing outside of a big office building.
We're all going cyber psycho.
I start deactivating people. Save their sanity.
Frick, I don't know what to play.
No, I'm not serious. Okay. Though to be fair, if he already ran the inventory, he may have what we're looking for.
Yeah, you just need to find a way to get an audience with him. And basically, it's like the same thing that he did with Amelia. He's only going to share information if you share information with him.
Hey, Team Huddle, do y'all think we have any info to give him that would
Does
be
he
Yeah.
know
worth it?
we're involved at all?
Probably not.
Yeah, that could be some information. You could
We
give
would,
him an
yeah.
account of what
I
happened
can
that night.
sweet talk him.
He's not going to be your bodyguard, Mayday.
Now, when you say sweet talk,
I'll put on a red dress and get him to tell us everything.
okay.
Are you going to pull a Cloud Strife?
Yes.
Oh, goodness.
Well, it's been nice knowing you all.
I make this dress look good.
You make it look
Okay.
fun.
I'll help you. I've got an 11 to wardrobe and style.
You have an 11 to wardrobe and style. What do I have to
Yeah.
wardrobe?
Plan B is we just kidnap him.
I don't
Oh, I
think
have
that's a good idea. I also have an 11 to personal grooming.
8. I'm better at personal grooming than I am at style.
This plan can work.
And just so you know, personal grooming means keeping yourself clean. It's not grooming other people.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
I know it's personal. That's the first word. I'm just was making the joke that I have those two skills at
Okay.
super
I
high
mean, to be
levels.
fair, that's more than most guys can claim.
Okay, yeah. You make your way over to Leighton Law, this this firm, this law firm.
Firm is it? Sorry.
And it's a very high tech building with like it looks like one of those shoot, what's one of the goodness, why is this music so epic? Yeah, there's like tubes all
that's a
flying
problem.
in and out. People are like rushing in. There actually is like a bunch of private tunnels where people have like, if you ever seen one of those like at a factory where they have the tube system where they send messages in or whatnot,
Yeah.
it's got one of
Yeah.
those. So it's got one of those personal like shipping highways where they get like agents in and out fast, where someone could literally be at their office and then at the scene of a crime in less than 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so there's like a bunch of tubes that are just constantly
How do
like
they
coming
deal
in and
with the
out, just like
bureaucracy?
shoom, 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 shoom. And it's like one of those like very, it almost looks like a jungle gym. Like there's hardly even any glass, and there's just like all these tubes coming in and out. But yeah, you can come in,
I
you can
could
go up
not
the
deal with
elevator,
all the
and
bureaucracy.
there is an office for Derek Humanman.
All right, guys. How do we want to play this? Do you want to
Mr.
smoosh him?
Humanman. You know, I'm very good at schmoozing.
Or do we want to just be straightforward with him? Because if he's a detective,
I'm
Yeah,
not
like-
very good at straight. Much better at schmoozing than straight. Forward days.
just gotta figure out what is the best approach to getting this guy to work. I guess just do we just tell him what we know?
Yeah, we can trade informations.
That
Like-
could be bad though.
The way I can see the words a camera and like record a lot of things, so yeah, we can have like my video files.
What? What if we tell him that we're helping Panoptic? No, because then there's a whole corporate espionage and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
He might,
And also,
Okay.
he probably would see through that.
Not necessarily.
Emoji Frylerk.
Huh?
The
It's
count
ready.
is lurking if I saw you.
Freddy posted an emoji in the TTS server.
Ah.
The dress plan is always something.
But would he buy into that?
I mean,
We don't know this guy's personality. We only know that he was working on this case.
I mean, you
okay, that's a fair. Hold on.
I am a fast
Sparrow-
talker. I can do it.
Sparrow, have I ever heard of this man?
Yes,
Do
you
I
guys
know
would
anything
all
about
know
this
that this person is a down to earth person. They
Okay.
are first and foremost they are a businessman. So they want to know what's
Okay.
going on. They want information. They don't want to waste
He
any
just
time.
wants someone to hold at night.
They're not like
Same.
they're more like a Peter Parker than a James Jonah Jameson type of like person, like
Okay.
investigator, like, hey, if you just want to tell me what's going on, I can actually do my job, you know?
I mean, we can be straightforward, but if you wanna wear a dress, that's up to you, maybe.
You know, it couldn't hurt. What if you stay in the background a little bit and
Plan B is always just in case.
You're gonna need some plan B.
Not
The thing
kidnapping
is,
a
Mayday, is that he would recognize you instantly, even if you were wearing a dress. So he would just be like, is this a new stunt or something? Or
Yeah, maybe has too
What
much
if he's
costume.
into it?
Well, actually, that's true. Would the corporation not know of our involvement because the streamers were with us in the warehouse? And
Maybe
streaming?
wasn't.
We turned off the cameras.
nobody was
and
streaming
also
while you were in the
stream-
warehouse. You
yeah, the
you guys were
streamers there
all
weren't
good.
streaming.
Oh, okay.
So as of
Well.
now, they shouldn't go over there. So is
Okay.
Is that going to be
Candle
what we
forced us to turn
offer?
it off.
Is that what we're going
Good.
to offer as a foot in the door to get the conversation rolling?
I mean, it's always a possibility, but trust is the ultimate question. I.e., can we trust him?
You do have your account of the evening, but you also have Kaizo's footage.
It's not like we got much options.
Because he had his drone in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Yeah, even if I'm not streaming, usually recording, not always, depending on how much space I have in the camera. Which there's a fuck ton.
You were seeing things through the drone. I needed a camera to see. So
Okay. I
we have
don't.
something.
I don't know if this makes sense, but I mean, we could. There's the option of telling him that we could help with his investigation, but getting him to sign an NDA first. That way, we are not at least implicated in any crimes.
I mean, that's what an
I mean, this
investigator
is a world
does. An investigator does not reveal their sources. They just get the information.
Eh,
Can I get filled in on what's happening?
No.
Can we find
Understandable,
any
I missed
info
it.
about him
Basic-
online?
They really haven't done a whole lot of anything.
we
Candle,
really haven't.
Candle grouped up
Candle
with
built.
the group, and then they decided, should we go investigate the warehouse or something? They went to the warehouse, and then I stopped them before they broke in because they just wanted to look at the manifest, and I said, you could talk to someone that works at Harpcore or the private investigator. So now they're going to talk to the private investigator, but they're coming up with a plan first. Because they don't want to reveal too much information. Or rather, they don't want to incriminate themselves.
Is there any info or a past about him online?
Sure. I mean, he's done previous cases before.
How much of a do-gooder is he? Like, is he gonna be like, oh my god, you broke in, I have to tell the authorities? Or is he gonna be like, alright, so you broke in, you didn't steal anything, did you?
How about
I
you
think
make a
since-
human perception?
Is he the nerd emoji?
Okay.
Perception.
I will give you advantage because he is a well-known figure.
Okay. Advantage. I rolled a
19.
10 and a
Okay.
5, plus 9, so 24.
Yes.
I'm missing a lot of 10s today, and I'm very excited. Oh wait, knock on wood. Okay.
You would know that this guy is not a rat. He is not a fake. He is not a corporate businessman at all. Like I said, he is
Thank
a
God.
person. He is an everyday. He's an everyman. You know, he is the kind of person that, you know, may not have the best connections or whatnot, but he gets into it. You know, he
I
figures
have
it out.
had it up to my stethoscope with Finks, so thank God.
Yeah. He is there to gather
Um,
information. Harp Corporation is fed up at this point. They need to figure out who has been breaking into their buildings. They just, more than anything, they want to figure out the cause for it. Because at this point, now that there was actual damage done to the one of their warehouses, they want to know if this is only going to increase, if this is something more than just like people stealing stuff, if this is going to be like actual attacks on their business and corporation and whatnot. So they're getting like a guy that's going to figure out what the whole situation is, and he's not going to stop until he finds the truth. He's going to either, you know,
I think
label
we
the culprit.
Say fuck it and break into his office and talk to him directly.
Yeah,
We can just knock on the door.
yeah, basically.
I think we have like
Kick
an
store in.
appointment or something.
Well, the main reason Kaizo is being so hesitant to just go straight into talking is because he's already had 2 conversations, one with Amelia and one with the Panoptic agent, where he just stumbled into it and he was struggling to figure out what he even had to offer to get them to tell him stuff.
Yeah. The reason why you guys have been granted access is because you have stated that you have information pertaining to his case. And as an investigator, basically he's done all that he can by walking around and investigating. Now he needs to do research and find connections and whatnot. So if you have information, he absolutely wants to talk to you. He's trying to get in contact with people on the
He
streets
won't
that
want to
know
arrest
stuff.
us on site or anything.
Yeah, it's unlikely.
No.
My only worry is that by admitting to being there, we are technically admitting to a crime and may therefore face action from the company.
This is
should we-
cyberpunk.
Look.
Everyone's committed a crime.
Yeah, we were being good citizens trying to
I mean,
stop
that's
someone
true.
that broke in.
Has he?
Breaking and entering is like the lesser crime we
Basically,
could
have
do
an
in this
AI
world.
in my head.
He works
Alright.
a 9 to 5 and loves his wife. I doubt it.
Alright. Everybody ready to knock?
I guess, yeah.
Hey, I knock on the door hesitantly. the hesitance is heard in the knocking.
Also,
You knock on the door and there is no response.
I mean, okay, so there's also the option of seeing if the
You hear the
But
shattering
the
of glass.
gang-
Oh no.
I try to kick the door.
Okay, make a body check.
Guys, it was way too impulsive. The one
Is
time he tries to
anybody
be, the one time he
is
tries
anybody
not to
else
be
around?
impulsive, it leads to more impulsivity. I got a 15.
Is anybody else around?
Yes. There's people like walking past you right now, and like Kaizu like runs up and slams into the door, and it kind of shakes a little on its frame. Nobody bats an eye.
Huh? Oh, okay.
I
Well,
think there's like
alright.
one person with
Can I
like a
turn
stack
the
of
knob to
files in
see
their
if it's
arm that's just
unlocked?
running past you. And like when you run slam to the door, they kind of like stop and skid off to one side and kind of move around. They're like, "Excuse me," like it is busy here.
Well,
I guess
the door
seeing
holds
them
firm.
react like that. I'll be honest, seeing them react like that, Kaiser thinks that now the shattering of glass isn't that big of a deal. That's what made him react.
so
You
there is
hear a
that.
voice from inside of the room that says, "Oh my goodness, what was that?"
Also, Mayday did say that he tried the doorknob.
Oh, it's unlocked.
Look, I told you, Kaiser is gonna be the stupid impulsive. Whenever he tries not to be, it's gonna make problems.
Doc kind of just pats Kaizo on the shoulder, and he's like, "Okay."
It's that streamer brain.
High octane.
Oh. Okay.
As you enter into the
Anyway.
room, you see a man. He's got his like jacket and fedora on a coat rack off to the side of the door, and he's got like this brown stain on his shirt, and you can see that there's a coffee cup that's just like shattered on the ground. And he's like,
Why do I
"Oh,
feel like it's? Why
sorry.
Do I feel like as soon as
Excuse me. This is it's a
King Black.
caught me by surprise. Please come in." And he kind of like, I think he just like tucks his toe underneath of the carpet and just flips it over the broken mug and pushes it aside. He seems eager that you guys are here with information. And he's like, here, let me just grab a... And he just starts rifling through all the papers on his desk. He's like looking for something to write on. And then he just starts going through each of the different drawers. Eventually he just like gets a piece of paper and flips it over and pulls out a pen. He's like, "All right, so what are your names?" And well, I guess if we want to skip names, we can get past that. What do you have for me?
Yes, skip names.
All right, we can skip names. That's fine. I mean, you know my name. You know my business. Let's just cut right to it. You know something about the break-ins at Harp?
One of them.
One of them.
The last one.
The most recent one?
We should.
Something.
We
Anything.
showed up to it while it was happening.
Probably the most recent. I don't know if one has happened since then.
Okay.
What did Freddy say happened? He said they got remote hacked or something.
They got
Like, looking
hacked
at-
remotely. So there wasn't a netrunner on the site. He starts writing that down. The only way to hack in remotely is through the Harp Corporation channel. So this is an inside job.
Or someone
Whoa,
with
whoa, whoa!
a
Hold your
password.
horses now.
Wait, before we spill anything, what info do you have?
But what? You want information from me?
Yeah, we're also
We're
trying
also
to
kinda-
out.
All right. Maybe we
Well,
should start from the
If only
beginning.
Yal had me
How
with
are
Yal.
you related to this at all?
A friend of ours went AWOL, and in the process of tracking them down, we were led to said warehouse.
You're
Said
talking about
night?
and he like rifles through his papers. Yoon, the little girl. She
Yeah.
broke in.
Uh-huh.
Well, she
Maybe.
it was her, but it wasn't. I don't remember how Freddy described it.
If we understand correctly, she was essentially being puppeted?
What about me?
He kind of like pulls out his shirt, like trying to air out the coffee that's in it. So she wasn't herself. What does that mean? He like sits down at his chair. I'm
Someone
sorry, I
hacked
don't have
her
a lot of
cyberware.
chairs for you. Oh, but she. What do you mean? This doesn't make any sense.
You
Cyberware
remember
has
that-
a neural interface, and by reversing, you can basically reverse engineer to control someone's brain if you're skilled enough.
He just kind of stares blankly at you.
You
What,
remember that thing that happened?
What model are
same-
you?
I am Belaf.
Uh-huh.
The
Alpha
the
build.
doctor kind of holds up a finger and goes, "My personal research assistant."
He holds up his hand and just sort of waves like, I get it. Yeah, I know what this is. This is one of those live tests, you know. They give out a model for someone to... I've seen this a few different times before. They randomly
Sure.
select
But,
people to give out
um,
models for people to test to see how they work in actual living conditions. So, not important to the case, I assume. Or is
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Uh,
We'll just move on
also-
from that. So
Yeah.
Yoon was not in her right mind when she broke in.
No, you
you
might
remember-
actually
well-
say that she was in somebody else's mind, or somebody else's mind in her.
Do
Anyway,
you remember the thing that happened the same night where a bunch of people collapsed?
Yes.
She
that-
was there. I think that's how they got control of her.
So you're saying that she went cyber psycho and broke into a building?
I
But
don't know if she
someone
was psycho,
directed
but
her
she was
to.
controlled.
He like starts running his hands through his hair. He looks so
Yeah.
disheveled.
Yeah.
Hey,
We're still trying to piece everything together ourselves regarding her.
Can I ask you a
situation.
personal question?
Maybe.
Who? Which one of us?
What?
No.
Why do you? Okay. Why do you care about this? Like, I'm trying to get a read for what you guys want out of this. Do you want me to catch this person? Are you trying to cover up something that you guys did? Are you trying to mislead me? I'm like really trying to struggle how I'm supposed to take all of this. Because
Well,
I'd rather just cut to the
personally,
chase and
You
like
need a motive
get
to
this
help
done
someone.
with. So,
My personal motivation is finding out how to prevent somebody from hacking the cybernetics and then controlling somebody through the use of cybernetics, as I am quite interested in the study of cybernetics. And he just drones on and on and on and on about
and you think
cybernetics
that this
plus
is related to the other break-ins?
No.
No.
And
Not really. According to a phone call, no.
Yeah,
Phone
it just
call.
kind of.
He pinches the bridge of his
investigation
nose and
kind
leans
of
back in his chair.
Overlapped with ours.
So,
Yeah. We're
you got
coming
an
to you
anonymous
'cause we
tip,
don't have
and
a
now
lot of
you're
connection.
telling me. I don't get this. I don't get this at all. You're trying to tell me that this is an isolated incident and someone was covering up something else.
Probably.
Okay.
Possibly.
And whoever it was, he had a lot of resources because Yoon had a very specific vehicle,
Okay.
and we found a exact copy of it.
Okay. 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 So, this break-in that Harp called me in for is actually an outlier from all of the other break-ins that I should be investigating.
It
Yeah.
seems like it, but I mean, they might still want to know.
Unless
who
I
did
mean,
that
at the
break-in
same
too.
point, someone still did break in, so I should figure that out. But that does help me a lot. So, okay.
or it is also theoretically possible that it was another corporation that used this situation to steal secrets from that warehouse on your corporation. But honestly, we're not sure.
Yeah, not a lot of people tell us anything when we try to ask them.
No.
He shuffles through some more paperwork until he finds something, and he says,
We usually
I
get
got the
shot at.
manifest here, and everything was accounted for. Like, even the skaters
Did you
didn't
happen
take
to
anything.
find? Did you happen to find anything extra?
Extra.
Extra.
He looks through the report. I mean, wow. All I've got is a report of their findings and what the current log was. Hold on. Hina looks over it.
Let's just say that we have a source semi-reliable that someone might be trying to frame someone else.
He looks up from his math, like comparing the two, and he's like, what do you mean? You guys are being really vague, and honestly, that's not helping. If you guys are trying to make yourselves look innocent, it's not working so far.
I don't
To
think
be
we're being
fair,
vague on purpose. 'cause
Yeah.
we have a lot of
We're
info,
not
but
100%.
we don't know the connection.
Yeah. We have a whole bunch of red push pins, and we just haven't yet connected the yarn to each push pin.
Alright. Alright.
I'm going to take a moment to pick up my recordings from that day and put on my external card to give to him.
So you're gonna let him see that you guys did break in and vandalize the space?
Well, where I told him that we were looking for Yun, so I think he should have deduced by now.
You hand him like a floppy disk, and he's like, what the heck am I supposed to... Alright, I'll figure out something to do with this.
He's gonna also see how we were planning on breaking into the same place again.
I'm not going that far.
Yeah, that'd be a whole
Also,
week of stuff.
right. Doc kind of points at the floppy disk and he goes, also, to be fair, we followed our friend into the warehouse, and some of the forklifts were remote hacked, and we defended ourselves. So, that was a lot of the issue. It wasn't necessarily vandalism on our part.
Alright, yeah, sure, if you guys are giving voiceover as he's like speeding through the footage, you're like explaining stuff, and he's like, okay, alright, now I get where you're coming from. So you did break in, technically speaking, but you were breaking in to break someone else out. I get you. Yeah, it looks like
Collector
Yoon didn't actually interface with the warehouse. but someone else did.
Remotely.
Oh yeah.
See the issue
When-
now?
Wait, if it's the same. Okay. Before all the stuff where everybody collapsed happened, Freddy said that he saw someone getting hacked. And when he tried to mess with that, they hacked him back. So could they have hacked the warehouse from Yoon when Yoon was just in there?
Mhm.
Well,
He shakes
would
his
it have
head.
taken
Who's to say?
I-
would the
don't think
warehouse
so.
try to hack them? Is it like an auto defense system?
No, they're completely isolated. The only way that you can get into the system is if you have an in. Like I said, it's got to be someone that works at Harp. So either Yoon just happened to go to the right warehouse that was going to get stolen, have stuff stolen, someone was going to hack into it already, or you knew who it was and was going there to meet them, or no, maybe you I don't get this.
I might have a lead for you.
All right.
Does the company keep logs of the people that access the forklifts to control them?
I will get on that because at this point I just asked for the manifest and I did not know that the forklifts were hacked. So that is new information to me. So thank you.
And
Yeah,
You
sorry
had-
about the forklifts,
Would you
by
mind
the
keeping
way.
us updated?
what we were
Is there
talking
any
that
information we missed that you have?
I'm not in the department to give information. Not only can I not disclose
Yeah.
anything because this is a private investigation, and no, you cannot grease my palms or anything like that.
Two things.
So you're useless, jump him, boys.
No.
No. Two things.
Bell sit in his lap, and then me and Doc hold his shoulders down.
Oh God.
I'm talking about
Two
Mayday,
things.
not the detective.
Oh, okay. So, thing one, would you mind keeping us updated on if you find out who might have accessed the forklifts?
He leans back in his chair and
One
sort of rubs.
investigation to another?
He wipes a hand over his face and says, "See, here's the tricky position. Because now, if we do work together, I'm sure you'll be able to do something that I can't. You know something that I don't, and we could probably get somewhere. The other thing is that I don't know if I can trust you to stay involved in this case. Obviously, you're going to do something whether or
I'm
not
curious
I tell
while
you
we're
or not.
talking to him, is it possible I can walk around to see if anyone's listening nearby?
Yeah, if you just want to like lean out the door, there's like a bunch of people walking by, but they're doing their own thing. Basically, he's stating that he's not against letting you guys do your own thing, but at the same time, he legally can't aid you.
So
Do you?
there is another thing that we are investigating. That's why we came across Yon's case. And that's not like
Would
technically your case, so another person also supposedly got hacked and you are looking for it. Auding.
Auden. Who's Auden? I've never heard that name.
He was a member of
Co-
the
Considering
skaters.
what happens to people who know that name, perhaps it's best we leave him in the dark. He may still be useful to us, not brain dead.
He
Well,
he
let's
starts
just
writing
finish
down on
this.
the paper, and he's like, Auden, how do you spell that? And he,
Audin.
I,
Wait, that's gonna drive you crazy if they wipe your mind.
yeah.
what do you mean?
Wait,
Mm-hmm.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Wipe my mind of what?
The name, it keeps disappearing.
What name? What are you guys talking about?
Look at your
Exactly.
paper.
I've got like a list of things. Check the inventory. Something.
Right. We just told you
Auden.
about a name that you just forgot. Yeah, that. Somebody keeps deleting the memories from people's heads.
So
But you
that means
guys
they're
can
either
remember.
constantly watching us or they're just super. Yeah, I don't know why that is. That is one of the main cruxes of my confusion.
He gets really
Mm-hmm.
quiet, and his eyes just like dart back and forth between you guys. All right, we need to be in touch. And he like pulls out a
Yes.
card and hands it to you guys. Clearly, there's something else going on. I don't know what that other thing is. I'm going to keep investigating the
Honestly, it's
break-ins.
probably above your pay grade anyway.
I think it's
Wow, that you
connected, but
really
I
know how to
don't
hurt
know.
a guy.
Well, look, it's above
Man,
our
I
pay
hate
grade
this
too. Okay.
guy.
I'll,
Um,
I'll tell you this, and this is probably the only thing I can tell you. The stuff that went missing from the previous warehouses is materials, specifically makeup compounds. Do you guys
Makeup.
have anything that might
okay,
anything to do with that?
no, but hold on.
I'll be honest. I didn't know that place was getting robbed until recently.
Also, you were about to tell us about the extra inventory you found.
I'm going to look into that. I can't
Okay.
do that right now. I have to
Also,
go get the actual to see what's in there currently. They just make sure that
fair,
nothing was stolen.
um, just so
Anything.
you are aware, um, the any NDA you may have signed keeps you from talking about the company's property. If it is an additional thing that has been added to the inventory, that is technically not the company's property.
And that's
So
the
we can
reason why I'm
freely
telling
discuss
you
that.
about what got stolen, because it's not in their inventory anymore. So if you see it lying about, if you know anybody that's stolen any makeup, let me know.
I mean, I can do
Mm.
some digging. How many places got hit?
And this
Were they
is
all in
this
the
is a
same
very
neighborhood?
special kind of compound. It uses this new thing. I don't know. It's something weird. It's like a shape changing agent. It's chemical
Oh.
X or something. I don't know.
How many warehouses have gotten hit?
I'm sorry.
Um,
Hold on. You have a shape-changing compound, and you're using it for makeup.
I'm sure you've probably heard about this, but if you're not in the makeup industry, there is this new thing coming out where they're trying to be like, make the new you or whatever, you know. Makeup is all about these people that are not comfortable in their own skin and want to be something new and different. So,
It also helps some people get around the high cost of body sculpting at a minor level.
So
my
is it,
best guess is
like,
people are trying to use this
nanobots?
to change how they look to do more crimes or something. I don't know.
What? I understand that the compound itself is a company secret. Yes.
Look, I mean, if we find it, it's bound to be that some is still missing. And he like winks at Doc.
No, I see what you're
That's-
doing there, and that's really not cool.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'll be perfectly honest, I don't even know how much was stolen. Just they were hit multiple times. I have no clue what
Okay.
kind of container it is or what it looks like.
So it is an adaptive makeup.
It's a foundation, but yes.
How? How does it adapt? Is it a nanobot?
Freaking, I don't know. I think it was something like putty that you could put it on your face and it like, I don't know, maybe it is nanobots and you can like control it. It's brand new. It's in the works. I'm not allowed to even know its secrets. They just want it back.
Yeah, he's a detective.
Your guess is as
They all
good as
depend
mine,
on-
how it works.
Is it entirely possible that it could have quite a few other uses besides makeup?
Perhaps. I don't know. Again, this is like the very early stages of development. It probably doesn't even work at this
For a
point.
detective, you're not detecting very hard.
They
God, we
purposely kept information from me.
Oh, we just keep
You know
insulting
corporations.
this guy. I'm starting to feel bad at this point.
How many, like, what? How many? Do you know how many locations were hit?
7.
7. So that's 7 places.
have a
to check the local
estimation?
So this is
scene.
more than one person building up their stash.
Do you have an estimation of how much is stolen? Like ballpark.
The containers that were stolen each time were no larger than I'm trying to think of something. Like an orange.
How far are they from each other?
Okay. So
Like
we're
far.
talking like
At
Fist
least 7
size
oranges
containers.
of material have been stolen.
Would you be allowed to
possibly
give
a
us like a
little more.
list of what areas these warehouses were?
and do you
Sure.
have a sample of the material?
No, they're not
that
allowed.
we
They
can-
wouldn't even let me get close to the stuff. They won't tell me what it is, what it looks like. I know it's really annoying for my investigation. I have no way of tracking it down.
Yeah, they definitely got some
the
nefarious
doc-
plans with that quote unquote
Yeah.
makeup. If they won't
Yeah.
even let their detective see it.
Okay, my guess is some sort of weapon now.
I mean, that's how a lot of inventions go. They get invented
Right?
for one reason or another, and then they turn into a weapon eventually.
Repurposed for war. Yeah.
Or become
Anyway.
a weapon that turned into something else.
If I were you, I would check
That's
people's
the fun
faces because they might be like, I don't know, disguising themselves. That's my best guess.
The doc gives him the absolute dirtiest look.
What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Thank you for your very astute observation, detective.
What, you think you got a better idea?
I mean, I don't
Man,
think
no
it'd
one
be weird
likes
if they.
this guy.
Hey, he's doing his
Oh.
job. It's the corpos that are stopping him from working.
Look, I really do
doing his
appreciate your
job.
assistance with this matter, but I did not invite you into my office to be berated.
Look, I think Mayday's just trying to drum up some controversy for his channel.
Fair enough.
Wait, you've been
Entirely
streaming all this
possible.
time?
I don't know. I just assume at this point.
Oh,
Hey,
like
you know what
a
happens when you assume.
like a typical streamer
know.
thing, looking for some action, trying to get a beef with someone.
Almost always.
Yeah, I only
They're
try
all
to
about
get
the
beef
drama.
with
I
the
get
people
you,
who
I
are
get
committing
you.
crimes actively.
Oh, do you need me to like throw something or?
Look, all I'm saying is we're giving, not receiving.
Yeah, that's why I brought you in here.
Mayday, he just told us about the makeup. We wouldn't have known about it otherwise.
Shush.
What do you mean? What do you mean we're giving and not receiving? This idiot has told me his whole investigation. He's probably failed that NDA 3 times over.
Look, he's trying. It's
After
because he
we
knows that
split
we
our
can do
guy
stuff he's not
TS.
allowed to do.
Basically, yeah. He's saying that basically, since he can't stop you guys from investigating, you might as well know as much as he can tell you, since you're going to be messing
And-
with his investigation.
Yeah.
It
You
is
have good
entirely possible.
connections.
It is entirely possible in the course of our own investigation, we will end up solving his investigation for him.
This guy has good connections, and we give him plausible deniability for his investigation.
Yeah, I think the only advice we can give him is to keep his cyberware turned off or disconnected while he investigates. So
That might be a
I-
good
I-
idea.
I
Yeah.
think the fact that they already wiped his memory of the name, they already
Literally
I'm worried
within
about.
seconds.
What name are you guys talking
So
about?
they already know. If you look at your
Nothing.
paper, you'll forget.
Oh, yeah, I've got Yoon written down right here.
Yeah.
That's the yeah,
Yep.
different name, but sure.
Oh, wait, hold on. I've got a note here that says, Auden, you will forget this name. But it doesn't
he
say
wrote more.
why it's important. Why is this important?
Do we need to have him erase that so he doesn't go crazy?
Probably
No,
scratch
it's fine.
paper.
He wrote it in pen.
Oh.
Yeah, he like writes out a whole little thing like Auden is person who like he writes like a whole little thing.
I slowly reach for it and eat the paper.
No.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
If
Just to
any of
protect
you
the
gets
name.
like within a foot of his desk, he'll be like, "Hey, get back." Like all of this paperwork is like highly confidential. Don't nobody touch anything.
Mr. Detective Man, do you think you will go crazy if you keep seeing a thing that you forget?
No, I'm used to forgetting stuff, but this one is
No,
Okay.
that-
I know that this
that
one
makes
is
sense.
especially a mystery, one that I will have to deal with later.
Yeah, I don't know yet if it's connected to your case, but
NVM,
connected
I
to
like
ours.
this guy now.
Fair enough.
yeah, that's our whole deal. We have not had connections to figure things out. We have only been able to go places and have people ask us things.
Okay.
Wait. Do you think that Auden might be related to the makeups?
It's possible.
Because yeah, he's like completely gone.
Okay, hold
The
on.
fact that the thing took Yoon, I think the thing that took Yoon there is also the thing that attacked Auden, maybe somehow.
Yeah.
Well,
So maybe it's connected. But
also, is it?
Are you having this debate in his office right in front of him?
Yeah.
He's
Yes,
like
'cause
chiming
we
in
know
like,
he's gonna forget.
"Oh yeah, maybe the compound's made of people and they're grinding up people and turning it into paste."
Soylent Green isn't
Is
people.
is it possible that we could all go over to the warehouse together, like the investigator and our group, and check the inventory now, see what might be extra?
I don't think they would do that because the warehouse
Because
is
it's
up and running
working, he
again.
seems
Yeah.
strangely opposed to that.
Whatever.
let me-
like,
Unfortunately, we've got to
investigation.
go through the proper channels for that one.
Let me say this. He will probably go investigate it, but you guys have not
And then
been
forget about it.
that you guys have not been the nicest to him, so he's not going to invite you along.
And honestly,
Well, no, we
splitting
invite
up
ourselves.
splitting up
How
might be a
about
good
for
thing.
a
Try
Scooby
to
snack?
Do you want a
honestly, splitting up
Scooby
might be
snack?
a good idea because it probably will take a long time to look through the inventory.
Okay. And before
yeah,
you guys
and-
go, I will say this. If you can help me just quickly tie up this case with Harp, I will get on that missing persons case that is not a missing persons case. He cocks his head. Like, people that go, if there are any other people that go missing without being
Well,
marked down.
like Doc starts to talk about it, and then he just rolls his eyes and shakes his head a little bit, and he's like, "Let me make a phone call or 4 and see if I can find you any actual leads on the
Okay.
warehouse stuff."
All right. Well, we'll reconnect. I'm gonna go see if I can get some more paperwork.
Coffee, donuts.
No, I'm not gonna
Sorry.
go get more coffee. I think I'm awake enough as it is. And he stands up and he's got like this big brown stain on the front of his shirt. Yes, I am very much awake now.
I see a cup that would beg to differ.
All right, you guys have been lovely company, but I do need you all to leave now.
Yeah, sorry about them.
Please and thank you. Goodbye.
You're welcome, and also thank
Sparrow, before I leave, I hand him a new mug.
Oh, you've just
New
like
mug.
reconstructed it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you also want to have like coffee in it?
Yes.
Okay. He's like,
It says world's #1 detective.
it's like, what the heck? Okay. He gives it a little
you.
sec.
Alpha Bill.
What was his name again?
That's
Human.
name's
Derek.
Derek. Private human man.
Okay. So, does anybody have any objection to Doc being the last one out?
I thought I was the last one out, giving him the mug.
Oh. I was waiting. Is that okay?
He just calls after him like, hey, I know that you're like a medical bot or whatever, but like a little sugar wouldn't kill me, you know?
Adding sugar to the recipe.
Okay.
As I leave smiling saying, I liked that guy.
So,
You talked about killing him multiple times. I thought you were going to end the conversation by kicking him backwards out through the glass window. We're done here.
Mayday,
Like-
you cause actual Mayday.
as the group walks out, Doc is kind of holding the door for everybody, and like as he's walking out, pulling the door behind him, kind of blows a kiss at the detective and says, "Bye, Huey. Keep in touch."
Um,
And he just
and
closes
as the
the
door
door shut
closes,
behind
you
him.
hear another shattering sound.
Honestly, and when you turn around, you just see Kaizo giving you just the weirdest face.
We are giving this detective the most mixed emotions ever.
You really are.
Kaizo is looking at you like this.
Wait, how? Hold on.
Discussion.
You worthless piece of shit. I love hanging time, spending time with you. You're so terrible at your
Oh,
job, I bet
God.
they don't pay you enough.
So Doc sees Kaizo's face like that.
Let me take you away from all this.
He puts-
You hear the long creaking sounds of a chair as he just slowly leans backwards.
Doc puts a hand over his mouth to stifle a laugh, and a little snort escapes, and he's like, "Did you see his face?"
No,
He says that-
you closed the
he
door.
says that- He says that to Kaizo.
You're gonna get us into trouble one day. So you Mayday.
So he just walks past Kaizo while Kaizo's doing that face, and he just pats him on the shoulder and he goes,
According to my readings, we should avoid making conversations with him in person again because I think we almost gave him a heart attack.
Yeah, his heartbeat has been in
Wait,
like
does
the
the
warning
detective have a
the
family?
entire time you guys have been in there.
Hey, what are you up to?
Stuff.
Oh, God. Stuff.
Does the detective have a
Oh,
family?
God.
He's divorced.
He looks lonely. I can fix that.
Oh goodness. I can fix him. My goodness. Now what do you guys do? Or should we call it there for this
God.
today?
I think we should call
Honestly, maybe.
All right, let's call it here for now.